All right, boom. So there's gonna be DJ Academics and a couple other people reacting to the streets. Um, Whack and 21 Savage going at it over these rappers like Young Thug, Gunna, 21 Savage, Lil Baby, among the others, saying at the streets. So they'll be reacting to it, and a couple different clips. One's from Urban Politicians TV. Um, Before we get into that, though, we gonna check out the Whack and 21 going at it. Before you do that, follow me on Kick, Twitch, Discord, IG, TikTok, Hype, share. Hype, like, share, hit the notification bell so you know when I hype. Like, hype. Yeah, like, hype, share, hit the notification bell so you know when I'm live. What I say? Hype, like, share, hit the notification bell so you know when I'm live. Let's get into it.
Stranger to controversy. But when accusations of snitching get thrown around, things get crossed into dangerous territory. Over the past few days, the internet has been on fire after Wack 100 went nuclear, publicly calling 21 Savage a rat during a conversation tied to DJ Academics. Tonight, we're breaking down everything. Where this beef really started, why Wack says 21 is a rat, how Gunna, Young Thug, and street politics tie in, and why this moment could have real consequences. This isn't random outbursts. This tension between Wack 100 and 21 Savage has been simmering for years, quietly bubbling beneath industry conversation, especially since 2021. Back then, Wack 100 accused 21 Savage of cooperating with authorities during the U.S. immigration case, a claim that 21 has always denied. Those accusations have resurfaced during Clubhouse arguments, where Wack 100 openly challenged 21's credibility, street image, and integrity. At the time, many people thought the beef was dead, but in hip-hop, nothing ever really stays buried.
There be a lot of going on, right? And I don't speak on it. So
I don't speak on nothing going on your side, homie.
But look, when you
I actually don't speak on it.
But look though, when you see going through real life, right? Like I didn't see you go through real life on the internet or whatever, right? And I don't speak on it. I don't make fun of it. I don't speculate about it. Just give me the same respect, gang. Like I don't be.
What you mean? Hey, look, bro. I'm gonna keep it real though. Hey, 21. I'm gonna keep it real, bro.
You on the internet?
Hey, look, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. You should really check bitch about coming in there starting the fire that she ain't relevant to, homie. I wish a would go to your room and represent me and start a fire with you, bro, that I know is gonna kick back on me on some real. You know what I'm saying, homie? If you know that you could get ignorant, you know he got a platform, you know he got a voice. What you go over my name for?
Bro, I ain't made nothing up about you though, bro. up, bro. God,
I ain't made shit up either.
man, you calling me an informant?
Hey, my nigga, listen, the DA in Atlanta said it's a well-known rapper who's telling you get caught and you got a threat of getting sent out the country because you ain't a real citizen. We trying to figure it out. The bitch trying to say I'm gay, so we got to figure out your shit. Right? Maybe she wrong. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. So we can take a week, 2 weeks, 2 months. I don't give a how long, and we can figure this every day on the internet. I ain't tripping. Hey, I ain't tripping.
Man, look, y'all crazy.
Did you catch a gun? How long it been? 18 months? How long it been?
Man, come on, bro. What the hell?
Hey, bro, hey, listen.
What the bro?
Hey, bro, what you mean? Because
3 years.
obviously you ain't going to court because you
Triple OG.
every time you go to court, they gonna let us know you going to court. So
I can't go to court for immigration if I got an open
nah,
gun
what
case.
about
fool.
the gun case? Bullshit.
I go to court for immigration.
Bullshit.
if I got
They
an
will
open
give
gun
you
case,
your
man.
time, let you
Man,
serve
look.
your time,
Look.
then deport your ass.
Hey, look.
I was doing time before you got off the
Hey,
porch.
look.
I don't know, bro.
All
What
y'all
beat
gotta,
that?
all y'all
Hey,
gotta
B,
do.
then we pour the case. I
Bro, I
got
don't care about none of your minions pulling no
Ain't
case
no
law.
minions, bro.
I'm
We got
glad.
real
Hey,
people
look.
pulling case law, bro.
Look, bro.
I mean,
don't
did
wanna-
you tell
I
her
don't wanna
nah? Did
talk
you give
about-
up Thug or nah? What's going on? Thug
Respect-
brought your brand new truck.
respect
Man,
What's
you
your
going
trying to
shit.
on? What is
man,
bitch
you
at,
trying
my
to
nigga?
use, you trying
Hey,
to use me for
3-3,
content.
you should have stopped that hoe
You trying
yesterday.
to use
You
me
know
for
this shit
content,
was
man.
gonna get.
That clip alone reignited the entire conversation, but things escalated even further when Wack took the discussion to DJ Academic's platform, where millions were watching. On Academic Stream, Wack didn't hold back. He flat out labeled 21 Savage as a rat, doubling down on claims that cooperation helped secure his legal status here in US.
When are you gonna put up your fucking street post? I'm trying to repost it.
Nah, that's just a bunch of who been caught telling. Yeah, I tell the kids to stay out the streets, but the streets is the streets. All of a sudden, look, act on some real shit. Let's keep it real. Wack been pushing that movement to keep them kids out them streets. You know that. Don't get involved in this shit. Them the very same niggas who they motherfucking songs is telling the kids to get in the streets and do perk 30s and drink the motherfucking lean and all that kind of shit. Now these all of a sudden is on this movement because they can't go. They wasn't saying streets when 6ix9ine did what he did. They was pushing the streets. Now all of a sudden, this car ratting 21 Savage didn't expose their whole. That said, we been knew Gunna told and we swept it under the rug. But yet after that, you did a song called what? Take It to Trial. Didn't they all do a song? Like,
Yeah.
take it to trial, right? So all of them been faking, all of them been fakes, right? So ain't no the streets. Just say you tried to go over there to the rainbow community. They wouldn't let y'all in because they only want you in there when you come clean and correct. They don't want down low niggas over there. They want
But
openly
Wack,
gay
if you've been
niggas over
saying,
there.
yo,
No, I've been saying.
you've been saying keep the kids out of the streets. They're now saying it. You should
No,
support.
They're saying like the street code don't matter. Nah, you got caught teaselling. You got caught being a rezac. You done told the truth that you knew it was a rat, but y'all stabbed it anyway. This was real.
Wait, who stamped who?
21 Savage put up a post. 6ix9ine covered this on 100 SPB. Nigga said, we knew Gunna was a rat back then and we swept it up under the rug.
No.
Let's just, bro.
You read that wrong. So
I
here's
ain't
the
no
concept.
read that wrong. Ain't no. 100 PB. Nigga said, we knew Gunna was a rat back then and we swept it up under the rug.
No.
Let's just,
He read that wrong. So
I
here's
ain't
the
no
context.
read that wrong.
No, Wack. Here's the context. He was saying we knew Gunna wasn't a street dude. It's like saying, yo, you knew Academics wasn't a street dude.
Rolling 60. Yo, act all that. And you too for trying to water it down, but I ain't gonna play with 21 no more, bro. They was stamping that nigga 60 Crip, was they not? They was stamping him on some gangster, was they not? Was they not?
Kinda, but like,
and that's the shit I was saying. Kids don't believe these. Don't believe these kids. They ain't doing or acting out the shit they talking about.
when was the first time Gunna told them?
Sitting on the porch about his relative getting caught up in the real that did the shooting or the killing. We all watched that shit.
Oh, the Crime Stoppers. That's not telling. Like, that wasn't talking to the cops. That was talking. That was the interview.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. You know what? Listen, I ain't gonna even have this conversation with you, bro. At the end of the day, everybody need to know what it is. 21 Savage pumping it because he know he's under the U visa program where he's been cooperating. This is a fact. See, Ack, you can't tell me about the phone calls I got when I was on his ass Clubhouse. He literally ran off that money because he was instructed to. You can't tell me about the people calling me saying, Wack, can you please let that go? We don't need that exposed. Niggas, high power people call my phone. If you ain't worried about it, bro, these type of people ain't calling me.
And Wack, so part of this like
he's been a rat. He's a rat. Gunna's a rat. Thug is a rat. What's this little nigga that just fucked over his own child? He's a rat. Right? Listen, all these niggas is rats.
I was surprised that Pooh Shiesty put that up because Shiesty, like he's like, I feel like
Shiesty got a proffer. He's a rat too.
Stop it, Wack. No, he's not.
But the Blueface nigga, he ain't did no.
Oh, I seen Blueface put some shit up. Why Blueface not getting down with the movement?
Niggas want to see Blueface. Hey, listen, on Pyro, nigga, we can line it up in one session. He a whoop all. They can lie. They can pick who want to go first, second, third, or fourth. Nephew will fuck over them niggas, and that's on Crip with a Y. This is a fact, right?
Yo, Blueface tweeted out, I love the streets. He says, you square ass niggas should have never jumped off the curb.
There you go. You should have stayed your bitch ass where you was at. That's a fact. That's what's real. You can't, when you get your ass in the kitchen, it's gonna get hot. You can't take the heat, get out the kitchen.
Okay, so let me put in this. So I'm looking at it like this too. I think they're saying we lost a lot through the streets. They went to a lot of funerals. Get the streets. You it's like learning. It's not like
that ain't what they listen, bro.
What do you think they're saying that? Because I'm
trying to forget the rules of the streets because they didn't violate it and broke the rules. Too late. You all. This is what we want to hear. We're rats. We're busters. We failed. We violated. We're rejects, and we no longer the streets. We can respect that. Put all that with it.
Now here's where things get deeper. Wack's accusations didn't happen in a vacuum. They come at a time when hip-hop is already tense around the topic of snitching, especially following the YSL Rico case involving Young Thug and Gunna. 21 Savage recently suggested that Young Thug and Gunna should squash their issues, which many fans interpreted as maturity, but others saw it as a contradictory to the past street rhetoric. That's when Wack pounced. From Wack's perspective, you can't call shots on the street rules and when your own past is questionable. 21 Savage didn't stay silent. He took to social media mocking the shifting narratives, pointing out that last year he was praised for calling out Gunna, and now suddenly labeled fake. His response suggested frustration with how fast loyalty narratives change in hip-hop. But, notably, he did not directly address the rat accusations in detail. Internet drama. Publicly calling someone a rat can affect the real-world safety impacts business relationships, and forces industry figures to pick sides. That's why many fans are questioning why WAC keeps reigniting this and whether academics' platform is amplifying the conflicts that should stay offline. So the question now is simple. Is WAC 100 exposing uncomfortable truths, or is this another case of hip-hop clout warfare going too far? And more importantly, will 21 Savage respond directly, or just let the noise fade? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like, subscribe, and stay locked with us for real-time hip-hop news. This is All Urban Central, out.
feel like it's a beautiful message to put out. You know what I mean? I feel like the unity of the city is needed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That people need to see that like sometimes things might not go as good at first, but we can always patch it up. And that's what I just see for it. Like,
Right.
Patching it up and like, especially for us as rap artists from Atlanta, you know what I mean? Black men saying that it's very powerful because the message could be pushed out wrong to work for what we do. And we ain't standing for that no more. I appreciate everybody that's involved. That's powerful. You know what I mean?
For sure.
For our city.
No hoe ass. Man, don't you turn into no hoe ass. Stand on that shit. Stand on that shit. You talk to all that shit to people. Now you white boy thump you upside the head. You got probation. You got probation. The white boy thump you upside the head. He didn't spank you. He didn't put a noose around your neck and hang you. You got probation. You done got probation. And now you out in the streets. No, you niggas. We ain't letting you off 21 Savage. We are not letting you off the hook that easy because your partner's told, you broke weak, you broke the codes. We ain't saying the streets. We saying we need stay in the streets. Don't bring y'all scary ass over here still talking street. No, stay over there. Go to jail and get. Yes, ma'am. Come on in. Oh, yes, ma'am. We just need some towels. I'm in here talking to these streets. Talking about they want. No, Pooh Shiesty, put that gangster shit back on. No, man, I hate you hypocritic, fraud ass. Just 6 months ago, you was trying to shame Gunna. Now you can't shame Gunna. Gunna shame you. Now it's the streets. The street movement. All you holler about the streets. Ain't no the streets. Ain't go to the streets and tell them the streets. Don't say it on the podcast. Go to that prison system, all that killed and did that, stood on them codes. Go tell them the streets and the feds is checking that paperwork. I've been told y'all these man, these 21 Savage, Young Thug, my ain't no real street. Real street ain't never shame the streets. There ain't no real street. These little rapping boys. These little rapping Atlanta boys. Y'all never was no real street. Y'all been rapping, acting like y'all street. You ain't never nothing. Your been street. Now y'all doing time and the rap got free. Now holla the street. No, y'all. We love this real street and stand on that shit. You talking about how you nigga go try to shame the streets like the streets ain't what that is. The streets is what that is. You ain't what that is. You never was, you never will, and you never was nothing. You ain't never been street. You been rapping street lyrics. Now tell the truth. G Herbo, Foot 2. All them G Herbo, Pooh Shiesty, 21 Savage, Young Thug, all them ain't no street hollering no streets. It's them fake ass rapping hollering about they were street. Should have stayed y'all ass in the studio. Shouldn't have never tried to go street. Put street the way the streets feed. The streets ain't bad, young people. The streets always had rules. The streets always had rules. Who followed the rules in the streets still salute the streets. Them didn't follow the rules. Them didn't follow the rules. They broke the rules. Now they want to try to say the street.
Everybody stay woke. Everybody stay woke. Everybody stay woke. This is totally normal. It's just what happens when you grow up. You goddamn, you understand a lot of this shit wasn't worth it. But you also got to understand you had to go through a lot of this shit to get where you at. You get what I'm saying? I'm a person who's been through a lot of shit. So I am going to say, like, you can't just say street. You got to say the street mentality, the street mindset. And then when you say street mindset, it's more so like, shit, it bigger than a tweet and a post. Having so much influence, y'all need to go holler at these kids. Go holler at these YMCAs and recreation centers and shit. Like, you got to go start with them. The industry don't give a
the street shit cool, but you know that's the first thing they say, man, when them finna go to jail. When them get ready to tell on somebody, the first thing they say, man, I gotta get to my kids, man. Streets. Man, I got to do the street. When your man was getting money out the streets, when you was in the car with them, it wasn't the streets. You know what I'm saying? When you was trying to do what you had to do to get by to put your money in your rap or your this, that, and other, you wasn't saying streets, you know what I'm saying? You was saying blah, slide, this, that, you listening to everybody named Mama, Young Boy, Pooh Shiesty, all these, you ready to kill everything, but when your bitch ass catch a case, cause this shit get real, all of a sudden it's man the street. See, that's that peon shit. They made $1 million out the streets. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? $2-3 million out the streets selling dope or selling music or selling Then all of a sudden when you get in trouble or it's beneficial to you, it's the streets. Nah, I don't support that, man. Because I know I can get money out this bitch if all go wrong.
You tripping. You tripping. You lost y'all mind of this whole boy. What the I can cry tears. Y'all disappointed me, boy. All you disappointed me. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't want to understand it. I don't understand it. I'm from the streets. I'm from the street. What you talking about? What the talking about the street? Boy, I'm from the streets, boy. Man, I'm from the streets. I ain't from no suburb. Y'all ain't say suburb. You that who handling that who pin their feet on our neck, the suburb, and white people stepping on our face. You about the street. We had to get out the mud, tripping out there. I don't care. I don't care. I don't want no understanding. I ain't got no understanding. I ain't trying to get no clout. None of that. I'm really me. I'm not clout chasing. I'm really me. And I know y'all stepping, y'all killer, y'all will do it. All y'all like that, and I'm ready to die. I don't care. On my grandma, I don't care. The come load it up, do it, stand over me, hit me all in the head, boy. Y'all don't care about that shit. Y'all tripping. Street, man, listen, my grandma from the street. Boy, my granddaddy died in the street, boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I told my granddaddy, grandma, I'm finna move y'all, man, let's go, man. I got real smoke out here. Then my grandma said, man, we ain't going nowhere. Oh, blood. They said we ain't going nowhere. Some niggas dying right here. That's where we from that project. We from Happy Hill. We don't care about your money, boy. That's your money. Take your money, go do what you want to do with it. We ain't leaving this project. This is all we know. That's what my grandma told me. I'm like, damn, grandma, shit, man, this shit for real out here, man. Please let me. Boy, it is what it is. Boy, we dying together. We dying right here for life. You hear me? That's why I swear to God. That's why I'm like, my grandma ain't say the street. My granddad ain't say this shit. Nigga, y'all were doing them little shows and shit. When all y'all start popping out, get what y'all doing. Hitting them clubs up in Alabama. You know, going to Texas, in Florida. You know, it's all over the world. And get who come to see y'all stupid ass the streets. When y'all was charging $15K or $20,000 show, who the f they were coming to see y'all in the streets?
Yo, if you're watching this video, you about to hear some facts. And people don't like the truth because it hurts them. I was going to do this video on TikTok, you know, where you put the picture in the background and you start choking. But these facts right here need 100-inch. You see this right here? Yo, listen, they're going to skip this. The facts hurts people's feelings. I just need y'all to know that. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Now hear this out. This says, yo, hold on, let's start with this. Gunna, Young Thug, y'all fix that shit. Y'all love each other. New Gunna wasn't no gangster when he told the first time. When he told the first time. And we swept it. We, not them. We, as the whole Atlanta, we swept it under the rug for you. You know, he wasn't trying to leave you to hang out the streets. Now it's streets. When it's convenient for you, the album sales is not selling. The Drake stimulus pack is not selling. Now y'all talking about, yo, the streets. I've been talking about this 5 years ago. Y'all bend and break the rules when it's convenient for y'all. When he told the first time, so you know, homie, a rat, but it's convenient for me. Yo, my best friend could rap. You from Atlanta? He could rap, but China can't. Yo, no, it's different, bro. It's different. I've been saying this for 5 years. When he told the first time, we swept it under the rug. Where the morals? Ain't you a street? Where your principle? Where your honor? You know whom you rap, but you swept it under the rug? It get worse. QCP, I told you to your face, you did wrong at the party, but I never backed you on the internet. Why? Because it would have made the city look bad. Because you was putting all the young on. And that would have fucked the money. So you ready to eat from a rat? What happened to all good money? All money, not good money. Y'all was just bashing Kodak. What happened to all good money, not good money? Y'all bend and break the rules when it's convenient for y'all. I walk shit down.
YouTube, chicks. Get ready.
You know what to do, Chicks.
Salute to Chick Smooth.
Hey, Chick Smooth. Appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too, bro.
Oh, man, we are seeing an intellectual warfare like we've never seen before in hip-hop, you guys. This might be the first time in hip-hop that we now have street guys going against street guys. The streets have not been this confused since 21 Savage got arrested by ICE a couple years ago. Now, a couple days ago, a bunch of mainstream artists came out to say F the streets. This all started with 21 Savage, Young Thug supported it, Pooh Shiesty as well, G Herbo, YFN Lucci, and so many other rappers. Well, 2 days later, it seems that this F the Streets movement is really triggering some people. Yesterday, Boosie said, yo, if the rappers are gonna say fuck the streets, y'all need to stop rapping about them. Stop double dipping. Rap about fruits, college courses, and stand out the streets. If you're from the streets shaped you to the man you are today. Your mindset, your hustle, your intuition comes from the streets. Your support came from the streets. Yes, I want every kid to make it out the streets. That's what we all want. But I'm never saying fuck the streets. They're responsible for our success. Don't forget, every successful independent record label started from where? The streets. All your music came from the streets. Your baby mama, you met her in the streets. So if it's fuck the streets, don't rap about them. Simple as that. Show the world and fans how good of an artist y'all is and take the streets all the way out your rap vocabulary. I want to hear it. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Boosie was actually making sense. It seems like these rappers are trying to profit from the streets when it's convenient. Then when it's not, it's F the streets. And shout out to my guy Ice from the JBP. Let's take it a step further. Hey, if all you rappers are really about this F the streets movement, then you gotta call your record label and tell them to take down all your street music. Yes, those checks that you guys get every quarter from your street music, that's gotta go as well. If you guys want to really push this F the streets movement, you gotta take it all the way there. Now today, Boosie actually hopped on video and explained exactly what he means. Here's what he said.
Hey, all these people saying fuck the streets and all this, I'm not with it because I am, I'm a big part of the streets. That's what my love is. That's what my genuine love is. They love me so much, and I'm always speak up for the streets, bro. We talking about how it traumatized it. Yeah, it fucked us up, but it made us success stories. Everybody who was traumatized by the streets, it made a success story to lead them streets. Streets made everything, hip-hop, NFL, NBA. All these are people who come from the most 60% are from the NBA are from the streets. All athletes are from the streets. They had to play ball to leave the streets. So so the streets got success stories. This shit ain't all trauma. Trauma turned into success. Let's keep it real, bro. Like, man, I ain't gonna nah, man. We ain't finna be on no fuck the street shit, especially if you done made it off the streets. Come on, man. Like, take the streets out of all our music. Take street shit out, all our music. Who are we now? Who are you now without that street message that you preach to everybody? Who are you now? Yeah, man, so that ain't cool, right? I'm not with the fuck the street shit. I feel like y'all using that as a gateway for when y'all get in trouble. If everybody saying fuck the street, by the time y'all get in trouble, now y'all have a gateway. I'm telling, fuck the streets. I ain't going for it. I'm standing up, man.
Now, Rollo did respond back to Boosie, and here's what he said.
Well, I'm gonna need you to send this to them, because maybe I'm confused. I thought that we hustled in the streets just so we can get out the streets. Ain't nowhere in the hell we getting out of jail just to go back to jail. That's the dumbest shit in the world. I don't give a damn how much you love the streets, crazy man. It is not a human being. That shit will never love you back, fool. How the hell a sidewalk gonna say something about a real certified street? I done been talked about by many. They did everything they want to say. But I ain't been beat by none. So go ahead and say all that other sucker shit that you want to say about me. Tell your friends, I don't care. But we know just because you done rolled in the Dodge and you got a pretty gun and all that shit don't mean you're a certified street.
Gilly also came out and spoke on the whole F the Streets movement, and here's what he said.
Everybody in my DM, Gilly, how you feel about the rappers saying fuck the streets? And I mean, saying fuck the streets is a mentality. You feel what I'm saying? That's in the streets, that's trying to get some money, that's doing what they doing. You feel what I'm saying? They ain't saying fuck the streets. And you can't be mad at because everybody's alarm clock don't come on at the same time. Everybody's shit don't go off at the same time. But you can't be mad at some rappers who made it out the streets that's saying fuck the streets. Let's be real, them niggas is rich. Like, if you still trying to be in the streets and you rich, then you dumb as a bitch. You fucking AGOH acting goofy the fuck out here, man. So let's be for real. Saying fuck the streets is about a mentality, bro. It's about, damn, I made it out the streets. Damn, I gave 20-something years of my life to the streets, 30 years of my life, 15 years of my life. Now I made it out the streets. I could finally live comfortable and not have to worry about no dumb shit. Ain't got to look over my shoulder. Ain't got to worry about a nigga pushing my motherfucking banana pudding out my motherfucking head, man. So it's a mentality, man. It's all about if your alarm clock came on fast enough or not.
Now, I told you guys a couple days ago, people feel like some of these rappers are only saying fuck the streets just so they can start working with Gunna, start doing music with him without any backlash. Meanwhile, you guys, Gunna is just carrying on. He has not said a word about the F the Streets movement. Again, I do love this message of F the Streets, but I also hope even more that these guys are actually being sincere about the message. You guys get in the comments below. Do you guys actually think this F the Streets movement and campaign is going to last well into next year? Like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys later, man.
What's up, baby boy?
Man, I'm confused.
What?
The street. I'm with.
I ain't supposed to say it like that.
You shouldn't.
I supposed to say say the streets.
Yes.
We gotta say the streets.
Yes.
We gotta get out of book, out of crazy killer and put the love and the hustle back in it.
Yeah. But bullshit on the street, that is what that come with the street, but you just saying we ain't pushing that.
Yeah, we ain't pushing it. We trying to stop it.
You can't save everybody, but you know.
Yeah. But I
Can't
ain't
save everybody.
I ain't moving no goalposts and saying all rats, y'all, we forgive y'all and we in.
Nah. We ain't saying that. We holding niggas accountable and then we letting them go on with their life. Like, what you mean? I ain't say that. I said that.
That's what it looking like.
For real? What big at? We gotta get big in here.
Hey, Big said, "Hold on, what y'all niggas are?" I said, "I ain't on that." Save the street, man.
Yeah, we gotta save the streets, bro. For real, nigga been through too much. For real.
Nah.
That nigga head up. Nigga seen too much.
Facts. Nah, you always right about that. I just feel like, no, everybody ain't gonna understand everything, but
they gonna see our actions though, because actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, so basically, you saying like the real.
They gonna be like, oh nah, they dead serious. Like, we ain't playing. We coming from our heart.
Facts. Save the street.
You can make a wrong right. You can't never make right wrong. I don't care what a nigga say. This our heart, so I don't care what no nigga say. How no nigga feel. I hear people's opinions. You know, maybe I said it wrong, but
from what they saying,
nigga
like
know what I'm saying. If you a street nigga, you know what I'm saying.
But from what they saying, their opinions agree with their opinion.
What you mean?
Like, hell no, 21, we ain't moving the goalpost over these niggas. We ain't forgiving these niggas for telling and all that. Hell no. You moving the goalpost or you ain't?
Nah, I ain't moving the goalpost. I'm saying niggas do that in the streets though. Just acting like niggas don't move the goalposts for their partners though. Niggas do that. And we need to just admit that. And if you told, and then we keep going. Like, all right, you can be over there, we over here. We don't gotta have no problem. But a nigga ain't saying, hey, let's all no, that ain't what a nigga saying. No.
But it sure hell do look like it. But I'm with you. But I ain't staying with those niggas that went in there and pointed at a nigga, told on a nigga. I'm standing with you, so you better not be nowhere standing with that. I'm gonna call a timeout. Timeout. Hey, bro. Nah, for real. I'm with you though, bro.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in, and as we close out 2025, I also think that the debate, the back and forth online about the F the Streets campaign can also come to an end. As it kicked off the other day, 21 Savage went up on the internet with some tweets, had did an interview prior with Big Bank, talked about the situations with Gunna, Thug in Atlanta, started getting backlash on the internet, maybe phone calls possibly being made behind the scenes, as well as things that it said. Album, it came out, and he went up with a flurry of tweets and a little rant, and he said, hey, we moved the goalpost before, we did this before, hey, we knew that this was happening, who's a gangster, who's not, let's squash all the beef, and let's F the streets. Thug followed suit with a tweet that said F the streets, that let off a little bit of a chain in the game of other artists saying the same thing. But then other artists is like, hold on, why y'all saying F the streets right now all of a sudden? It seems a little different, as y'all heard right there. Lil One DTE, and dog is hilarious, bro. I'm not trying to laugh at the situation. This is something that, you know, it's seriousness to this, but you can't help but laugh, dog. Some people is just funny. They keep it all the way 100. Bro is the type of friend you need. You need somebody right there that's going to tell you the direct truth. They might laugh at it, but you know they right there serious, as that is Big Bank's son. Big Bank is one of the OGs out of Atlanta, one of the big dogs out there. Even the time I went to Atlanta and I was doing interviews just in the streets in 2020, in Atlanta, every young artist I pulled up on, like they could have 1,000 followers, 1,215 followers. He was tapped into them because I follow him. So when I go to their page, I see he was locked in with a lot of them. So he is out there working and tapped into his community and the people and stuff. So they like, hold on, bro. He's saying it's silver. He ain't on what niggas on, and that's his son right there. So it's like, what are we really doing? Now, let me be clear with y'all, bro. the F the streets. I know a lot of people, they just hear F the streets and they think, well, what's the problem with saying that? What's the issue with saying that? It's layers to it, especially for 21, as y'all heard him say right now, hey, man, we got to say save the streets. I said that wrong because you can't just throw that up there as a blanket statement because it's going to look like this after you just put these type of tweets out that you really just said it to kind of like his own dog is telling him. His bro, his baby boy, like you say, baby boy, my little bro, he telling me directly, bro, that ain't looking right. And he came back and said it twice to him to get it all the way clear. Hey, bro, we not condoning standing next to this. We not condoning standing next to that. However you feel about those things, that's your choice. That's your right. That's your life. But you can't come on and then say, well, hey, people is calling you a hypocrite. They say you're moving the goalposts on the internet. So now we just going to say we're going to do away with that whole situation to benefit how we want to move in the future. You're going to get ridiculed online. This is just the world that we live in. This is the reality of it. This is the truth. This ain't about, I know a lot of people here, they're like, y'all want to keep pushing violence. Y'all want to keep pushing murder and da-da-da-da. They not about to stop talking about that in their music, y'all. That's why people is calling it out. For y'all that don't really get it and understand it. You don't have to be a gangster or a street nigga or a nigga out here committing crimes to really grasp like, hey, this ain't making no type of sense at all. Wouldn't boys finna be still dropping music, talking about street stuff. You can't say F the streets. We all just walking in super duper hypocrisy at that point in time. But hey, it is what it is now at this point. And like I tell people, I want this to be very clear. The streets and crime, yes, we get it. You say you out there in the streets, you out there doing crime, but the culture of the streets ain't just crime. The culture of Black Americans ain't just crime, my nigga. It ain't just this. A lot of stuff that we do come from the streets. Ain't no Urban Politicians TV without the streets. I get up and do everything that street niggas do every single day except do crime and do violence. So I get what people is getting. We ain't never, if you've been watching this platform, you ain't never seen me say we need to be killing. You ain't never seen me egg on no violence, promote it and say we need to push this. We need to be doing crimes to each other. We need to be going to prison. I would never get on here and say nothing like that. So I get those people trying to say that as well. But when you put that out as a blanket statement at a time like this with everything going on with Gunna and 21 Savage and all of them and or Young Thug and all of them, you put that out, say F the streets right after those tweets. Like Lil One DTE say, bro, hold on, dog. You seem like y'all trying to make this be something else. And we not signing with that. We not standing next to that. Our morals, our principles, our integrity is that right there can't go. We can't be around that type of stuff. If that's where we come from, that's what we stand on. Our whole name, fame, game, brand, money, everything is coming from the streets. So we can't do that. Just keeping it all the way 100. It won't make no sense. We gonna look crazy. But we got that straight right there. We can go ahead and close that chapter, man. Tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos, all that. 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.
They got me feeling like I'm academics. Can't ride away.
I'm saying it facetiously. It's 3 individuals why every rapper is now saying the street is dead or fuck the streets. It's 1090 Jake, Trap Lil Ross, Whack 100. After they done exposed everybody as talking too much, snitching, he told back then, rappers are backed into a corner that the only way to kind of come out of this is to say fuck the streets. I gotta be honest, bro. Gotta be honest. These motherfuckers, yo, you realize everybody was cool when nobody was being held accountable. Or the people held accountable was, oh, we don't fuck with that nigga anyway, so let us hold him accountable. Not like fans being able to hear these stories and be like, well, what about him? And what about him? And I know y'all cool with him, but what about him? That's what fucked it up. Y'all do realize that, right? Now, let me get into this, chat. Let me get into this. And I do want to be honest with you, Chad. Today, when I seen this tweet, it was a tweet from King Spider. And what King Spider said was, fuck the street, Savage.
Okay, so what do you think about 21 Savage saying streets?
Okay, bro, listen. Everybody saying streets is already a rat.
That's not true.
21 Savage.
Is he a rat? Is 21 Savage a rat?
Playing with 21.
First of all, Nick, do you know what the U visa program is?
I do.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Hold on. Are you telling me?
Very tapped in.
Are you telling me you don't have to? The terms is you have to cooperate with law enforcement against crime.
Black, to
Yes or no?
citizenship. Your boy Drake, you
Yes.
can't be rapping about no ratting that we can't read.
Hold on.
Where's the
Hold on.
work?
Ooh,
Where's the work?
Hey, bro.
Who's making the rules now?
Slow down.
Movement.
Slow
Let's
down.
not
Slow
spin this
down.
positive
Listen to
movement
me,
into
little
something
square guy.
negative.
The U visa program says in order to be a part of it, you have to agree to cooperate with law enforcement. That's what it reads, right?
Okay.
He's registered to it. This is why he left Clubhouse, because I kept bringing it up. And he had high-powered people from Rock Nation, a few
That's why
prominent people calling me, begging me to let it go. And I said, only way I'm going to let it go if his ass leave the app. And he left. And he got money invested in that app.
To be fair, everybody else left too.
Right?
There's a mass exodus.
No,
Clubhouse.
No, you're missing the point. He was there. He would leave at his own room, his own
But
side.
just because he tells the government, I'm going to be a stand-up citizen. My
That
grandparents
ain't what he
did
told
the same
him.
thing when they.
That ain't what he
came
told him,
over here.
weirdo.
That don't mean that he's giving up information.
Listen, the U visa program states if a from Jamaica commit a crime here, right? And he go to the penitentiary.
Yeah, okay.
When you parole, they're gonna send you to ICE. You break a law in the U.S., they're gonna violate your green card, and they're gonna say if you want to stay,
Yeah, but
you
when
can enroll in the U visa program where you have to cooperate.
So when did he join Slaughter
But that's
Gang?
not
At
like,
what
that's
point?
not
Listen.
like being a CI though.
Huh?
That's not the same thing as.
Are you
being
dumb as
They're
fuck?
saying that you need to be a stand-up citizen, not
No.
cooperate on who.
On my mama, it says you have to cooperate with law enforcement. Let's bet 10,000.
I don't have $10,000 to bet.
doing that?
Bet 500.
Why be doing this shit?
No.
Bet 500 that it reads you
I'm a
have to
frugal guy.
cooperate.
I'm a frugal guy, Wag. I like my
Bet.
money.
Let's bet them shoes.
It's been $5.
Nigga, you leave without them shoes.
No.
Bet. And stop
I'm gonna
talking
look it
about
up. I'm gonna look it up
Stop
right now.
talking about it.
Hey,
But
you want to know what is actually probably one of the most shocking things that I've found out in a long time? Is that according to GPT, this is telling the truth.
Telling you the truth.
I mean, I just asked.
Dummy.
Comes right up.
I
Yeah.
believe that. I actually think he was right. Listen, my
Cooperation with law enforcement is a required element of eligibility for the U visa program.
Fuck is you talking about? A rap fan, we talking real live shit. Gunna, we know what he did. Thug, Gunna ain't got nothing to do with this. Thug, we watched what he did. Every nigga on there done already told, so now it's the streets, but you use the words of the streets to get to where you at.
Yeah, the streets
Yeah,
is
but
a
that's
new
not
way
what
of
it's
saying
about,
it's.
though. That's not what about.
You don't know what it's about. You ain't from the
I do know what
streets.
it's about. I do
You're
know
not from the streets.
Okay, but I understand what they're trying to
You're
say.
not from the
It doesn't
streets.
matter. I
Shout out to
understand
Mr.
what they're trying
Dimples.
to say. I still have comprehension power. Academics is
You're
made
not from the
fucking 48
streets.
streams about this. He's
You're not from the
He calls
streets.
himself the king of the sidewalk.
You're not
and he's
from
still
the
able to
streets.
talk about it, right?
So what if he calls? That don't mean he's that. You're not from the streets.
Okay, is he not
You
one
gotta-
of the most
hey,
prominent voices?
Is 100% of their music? Is 100% of their music about the streets?
Yes.
What we do in the streets?
Yes.
That's what made people follow him, right?
100%.
So now that you didn't went bad, that is crazy. That donut.
Hey,
burst
that
is
was
crazy.
fire, Mr. Dimples. That was fire.
Look,
That was amazing.
Mr. Dimples, MISTERDIMPLES.
If you're gonna talk to him.
Right, bro? You cannot. The only reason why they're doing that is because they didn't win bad, and then they tried to attack Gunna. Gunna, the only climb. Everybody else, even 21 Savage did 55,000.
Wag, as somebody who said you encourage young. Wait, should we have Mr. Dimples say his piece
No, he's
about
cool.
the spread that we got
No,
right here?
young people.
Wait, but no, wait. Let me get my issue off.
You will
and then
never
can
hear
go.
me say. You will never hear me say.
You said the streets are dead. You said I wrote out a whole new script
I said what?
for these new guys. If
I
the
never
streets are
wrote-
dead, then what's wrong with saying the streets? The streets is dead.
But that's
Like
two
these
different things.
street niggas can't
They
play
are-
semantics
they-
with me. I know how to read.
Hey, bro, listen to me. If they would have said it before they got caught telling, I'd have gave it to them. And even 21 Savage is backpedaling. He said, maybe I should have said we should have saved the streets, because when the streets is what got you to where you at, and then you violated and got caught, you been telling, but you got caught. Now it's, well, the streets, we're doing this. No.
Wack, you are in the music industry. Hip hop made $17 billion in the United States this year. You think the streets is helping that $17 billion get growth?
Yeah. Yes.
No, the fuck it isn't.
A lot.
It's these
Merch.
it's these companies with these machines that have all this resources to put these artists in
Nigga,
front of
you
your
ain't
face
never put an
every
album
single
out in
day.
your life.
I haven't, but I'm smart enough to know that the streets don't run the music industry.
Okay,
and these
explain to me.
retards think this shit.
Explain to me why a rapper's career, more often than not, when they get beat up, robbed, if they snitch, etc., why does that mostly correlate to their career taking a huge shit?
Being over.
Street,
Give me an
because
example.
the
Give me an
validity.
example that wasn't
Also,
2000s.
I interview people all the time who get millions of views that are nobodies, but they're respected in the streets.
Man, there's a
huge involvement.
There's a lot of dudes that had crazy trajectory and were about to blow up and then had some kind of scandal like that happen.
I don't believe this because I've been to Rolling Loud concerts. I've seen what the crowd looks like.
We
I
all
see
seen
the
that.
people that are paying the money to be in these spaces.
And those people
it's not
care.
the streets that are propping
What you
up these
missing, though,
industries.
what you're
Those
missing
people
is
care about if you got punked up by
the
ops.
people on
It
stage.
trickles down.
Look, the people on stage is who the streets made for these people in the crowd to want to come see.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I have a question, Wack.
I think those are delusions of grandeur, and that's what allows us in the African American community and the hip hop community to be basically bullied by this cool guys club of these guys who supposedly have street reputations that now we've seen 10 years later was all a facade.
Ricky,
Nobody
10
is
years
really
later,
like that.
Ricky,
Nobody.
but
We prop
go
these
back
guys
to the
up
80s
these
with
guys
this
in
shit.
the industry.
Who
and
wasn't
none
like
of them
what?
are really like that.
Who wasn't
and now
like-
we're seeing that it's a
Huh?
facade. But guess what? They're talented artists. They can make good songs. They can
But
market themselves.
Ricky, you don't
That's
think there's a
cool.
voyeuristic?
There's so much
Ricky,
genius. No,
I bet
there's
you
so
won't
much
hear
genius
Kevin
behind
Gates.
this shit.
You won't
that
even
gets
hear
fucking
Ice Cube
torn
say
down
fuck the
about
streets.
motherfuckers
fuck
saying,
no.
"Oh, it's the streets, it's the streets, it's the streets." Get the out of here.
But you don't
We're
think
in
that-
2025, bro?
Ricky, like what Adam said, you don't think there's a voyeuristic aspect of the fan base
I ate
of
the
these
quesadilla.
of these fans that are paying and trying to see these
Oh, listen to this.
of these fans that are paying
Street
and
guard.
going to these Rolling Louds. You don't think that they give a about the whole Game of Thrones voyeuristic aspect of them just caring about?
They don't.
Oh, they do.
I don't.
No, they don't, bro.
Who's watching Trapper or Ross?
I don't
Street
think so.
dudes or regular people?
Regular people. 100%.
Who's listening to EBKJ, bro? Street dudes or
Yeah,
everyday people?
right.
90% everyday people because there's not that many street dudes.
But why is
We're
Gunna?
talking about such a small demographic that everyone has like the most power to make or break people's careers. That's not true.
Let me make a
Not
It
true.
does
It's
though. It
never
happens
gonna
all
be
the
true.
time.
They're full
For
of
sure.
shit.
In
Let me
hip
make a
hop,
point real
Not
quick,
as
Ricky.
much as it used to.
Let me make a point
Maybe
real
a
quick.
little
There's a
bit.
reason why Gunna is thriving and the rest of YSL is struggling.
Wait, what is that thing?
That's actually a Korean corn dog.
Man, I need me a Korean corn dog. What's going on?
Okay,
That
Wack,
cheese fool.
is the streets, is that a net negative or a net positive for the hip hop community?
That's a net buster.
No.
So is that net negative or net positive?
You won't never hear Game, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, hold on, say the streets. And Cube can claim he started this gangster when it come to gangster music, right? You know why? Because his street representation, his street credibility is what made these guys who they are. And guess what? The other rappers followed them, and other rappers followed them, all rooted and driven from the streets. So when Thug came out and all the rest of them came out, they song Lifestyle and all that was all street driven. You get caught up and now your numbers is down and you trying to figure out a way on how do I get out of this? Okay, it. We gonna make, now I'm gonna be real. Brick Baby was doing it before he left. I told Adam, I said, Adam, Brick Baby's finna hang up his street flag and cross over to commercial. When he started doing all the gay and all the, he was pretty much letting people know.
No, he's
I'm
really
going-
gay.
I'm going
He's
over
just living
here.
his truth.
I'm coming over here, right, to this commercial, right, on some real, right? So when you say the streets after you done got caught up violating the street code, we can't respect you.
Especially using that terminology when you look at this on it. This goes back to the 80s. The first Boogie Down Productions album, you feel me? KRS-One had a Uzi on the album cover. He had an Uzi on the album cover. Criminal Minded,
Hey.
Boogie Down Productions.
Yeah, move.
right? My guy, Dimples knows. So with that being said, when he became more conscious, when he didn't say the streets, he just said, I want to help uplift my people. You feel me?
We all do.
And that's there's a difference between maturity and turning your back on who you are in the foundation.
You're not gonna hear me say
it's not turning your back. Look, everybody deals with this, right?
How you know about it? You never was in the streets.
Just let me land. When athletes,
Nick, you don't have a voice for the streets.
When athletes, I don't, but I grew up in South Central. I grew up.
You don't have a voice for the streets.
Okay, who gives a? Our communities need radical change, bro. We are living 20 years behind America, bro. Niggas acting like it's 2005 out here, getting caught up for petty crimes when there's a Ring doorbell on every camera. The streets are dead. Motherfuckers is making little homies, and they're not even worried about what their little homies is doing. And everybody's talking about he's in violation, he's in violation, he's in violation because there's no order. There's no.
You don't know what order is.
You need to let it go.
You don't know what order is.
I do know what order is.
I'm gonna tell you this.
I do know what order is.
It's real
being a
shit.
productive member of society
This real
who has
shit.
the ability to not be treated
But
like
look,
a
this
second
real
rate citizen.
respectfully. Let's not talk about the streets. Or you say something disrespectful.
I'm not gonna say anything.
And you have to catch the wrath of the streets.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Because there's some street
I'm not
walking
gonna
around
say-
here.
Okay, I'm not gonna say anything.
Leave that out your mouth because I'm
saying
not
this,
these
though.
other
I'm
niggas.
saying this, though. If
I'm
we
not going to
wanna-
talk
if we wanna
about
progress-
the y'all do whatever you do because I don't do it. I don't know what it is. But stop
Wack, you
speaking
know
on the
this, though.
streets.
Wack, you know this. You say it all the time. If we're gonna progress
For the
as a people,
kids.
we gotta let this
But
mind
stop
state
speaking
go.
because really what you finna say
what
is you going to down some where some real over there that we got real
I
respect
don't have to
for.
disrespect anybody's hood
Yeah.
to talk about these
Well, that-
overarching
just period.
themes. I don't have to
Streets.
bro. Any
Are you going? I tell you what neighborhood you want to go to have this conversation? We take you to that.
I'll
block.
go to any neighborhood to have this conversation, and I'm pretty
Vernon
sure that
Avenue.
there's a person in that neighborhood that has some good sense that will say this young brother.
You gonna say the streets?
Nah,
I'm not gonna say.
Well, we're
fuck
not
the
gonna say
streets.
that,
I'm gonna
bro.
talk about what
Man, he
the
wanna go to-
message means.
he wanna
It's a very simple message.
You want to go to Oakwood Park
Bro,
with
I
the
could
show
go to
lines.
any neighborhood and have this conversation with
He from
anybody
Venice.
who has a brain, bro. We need to stop perpetuating this. We're talking about breaking cycles, bro. These are going to jail, ruining their lives for nothing, for an image that doesn't get you anywhere. It's not manly.
And you
it's not
niggas is
masculine.
sucking dick
Taking
for
care
what?
of your family. Who's sucking
You
dick?
weird. I'm telling you, leave the streets alone. Because I'm going to get at you. On Paul Root.
He does have a point, though. Why does it have to be this huge dichotomy?
Because you ain't got the right rank of respect to have this conversation. Go find a circle,
Wack,
square.
you yourself say that we have to let this stuff go.
But what you're
And
not
if you're
going
gonna say
to
that
do,
it's for the
what you're
kids,
not going to
where
do
does it start?
is on a lot of these that died.
I'm not shitting
and
on
talk
anybody.
crazy because it will slap the shit out of you
How am
and
I
take
shitting
your
on-
manhood
how am I
in one of them
shitting on-
institutions
How
by
am I-
you
but
howling in the
Wack,
streets.
but Wack, how am
You
I shitting
can't
on
handle
somebody?
it.
How am I shitting on somebody? Who am I disrespecting?
Because you talking about niggas' brains and all this shit.
What you
and
mean?
brain power and all that.
Bro, because it's a pretty
You got the
message to
power to
understand.
get rid of your brains.
But why
That's
wouldn't you
fine.
say? Wouldn't
That's
you?
fine, but
Kill
plenty,
that shit,
plenty
bro.
of black people have died for the progress of
Fuck
black
all
people.
that. Blacks, Mexicans, Asians, everybody in the streets. It ain't just one race.
Okay, so what are you saying?
What
what's
I'm
your future
saying is
statement? Help me
this.
understand what you're
What
trying
I'm
to tell me.
saying is you're not going to sit here and just on the streets.
I'm not on the street.
Right? In front of a street. I'm a street.
I'm not shitting on the streets.
That's where I come from.
I haven't said anything bad
Right?
about
You're
the
not going to do that and not get smashed.
bro. You
will
trying to-
get smashed.
Bro, you're trying
There's
to
some
make
street
it,
out
I'm
there.
disrespecting everybody when you have
You're
the
not going
same
to
message as
disrespect.
me.
No, I say the kids. But when you get to talking about
But aren't
these
the
niggas
kids
in the
living
streets
in the
ain't
hood,
got
though?
no brains,
I
and
didn't
these
say
niggas
that.
in the
I didn't
know
say
some
that.
in the streets that'll do some other shit with you.
It's a lot of people that are smart
Boss.
in the streets and understand this message and understand that we got to move past this.
We know that.
How much
But
are we going to start?
What
how
you're gonna
how long
do?
are we gonna keep
What you're gonna do is
self-inflicting-
refrain from the streets. Do we need to improve? Yeah. Fuck
Bro,
the
to be
streets.
Fair, Ricky didn't start
If
the
you
fuck
say,
the
if you say, do you
We're
say the
not-
streets are dead? Do you say the streets are dead?
From where I come from, what they are today, absolutely.
So if you're saying,
But you don't
that,
know what I
is
mean,
the
though.
difference? No.
But
no.
what do I mean
Okay,
by
then,
that?
Then explain it to me. Explain it.
You
to
don't
me
know
in
what
your
I
words.
mean by
No,
that.
Explain it to me in your
Because
words.
you
so I can
wasn't
understand
around
what your
to
dialogue.
know. Once upon a time, a nigga could walk in the projects, and in 3 hours move 5,000-10,000 dub for dub. You can go over here, do this. Everything was going on. Your money flowing through there. You couldn't drive down a lot of these streets, these known streets, Rosecrans, Slauson, Crenshaw, these known streets. you couldn't drive down them if you wasn't from over there. You get your ass blocked in, snatched out, and won't make it out of there.
Can I ask
so
you something?
when you can drive everywhere, stop light for light, ain't no money flowing through what it is. You got a lot of niggas, dope fiends, a lot of niggas moving out. Yeah, the streets from what they were to what it was today is definitely dead. The streets wasn't meant to be a church. It was a place of survival.
Okay, so when people are saying that, when people are saying, quote unquote, the streets, this is the moment, right? And we already have said
These are not people.
Listen, we've already
These is
said
that got caught telling.
We've already said the streets are dead. So if you know a company is failing, why are you going to keep investing money in it on an annual basis, on a monthly basis, if you know that company is not profitable anymore?
Are you calling the streets a company?
Yes, I'm calling it a company because you were talking about money. You can move 20, 50,000 through the projects and everything was cool. So let's talk about the money.
So here goes the
thing.
thing.
The streets, people aren't
First
getting
of
out
all,
the streets the way
none
they
of
used
these, all these is just rappers.
Let me get a poll in the chat. Ricky
All
or
these,
Whack
all
in
these
this
niggas
conversation.
is just rappers, for one.
But
And these are rappers that prostituted the streets to become who they are today with their fan base. So now you violated and got caught and people holding it against you. And now it's fuck the streets. When Thug got out, he was pushing the streets until that recording came out and it fucked him up. Now it's the streets.
Well, that was the biggest issue with Thug, though.
can we
It's not more because he caught a Rico, right?
Can we stay with
Right.
the example that I gave though? Why
When he
are
caught
you
the
still
Rico, he
putting-
wasn't saying fuck the
why
streets.
why should people still be putting stock in the streets, glorifying the streets, and not disparaging the streets if it's not something that is returning what it once used
Let
to?
me tell you why
It's a
we should
source of
glorify
pain
the
and
streets.
suffering for our people.
Let me tell you why we should glorify the streets.
Why we
We
should
should
glorify
glorify.
them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Little
curious.
broke.
I'm curious.
Don't.
Broke ass nigga.
I'm okay with that.
Nigga, glorified nigga that come from the street, right? Who's doing what I'm doing. So Whack, you come from the streets, and what are you doing? This dude come from the streets, he got a whole merch company. This dude got a streaming company. Everything coming out the streets
You're talking
ain't
about
bad.
evolution.
All right, boom. So yeah, man. I don't say I'm not gonna sit here and say yeah, fuck the streets. I think we should save the streets. You feel me? Change the streets. We shouldn't sit here and listen to a rat say that and jump on the bandwagon because that's a lot of the street gave a lot of people a lot of things. You know? So shout out to No Jumper Clips, shout out DJ Phoenix, shout out Urban Politicians TV, and all the Big Smooth and anybody else that use. All right, boom. We out here to the next one. Make sure you hype, like, share, hype. Make sure you follow me on Kick, Twitch, Discord, IG, TikTok, Rumble. Hype, like, share, comment, hit that notification. Like, comment, share, hit the notification bell so you know out there. I'll get hype, like, make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when we live. And yeah, man, we're going to the next one. If you follow me on Kick, Twitch, Discord, IG, TikTok, Rumble, hit the notification bell. We're going.